Alright, this video I'm going to show off the new Infernal Champion Set, the full defensive fire Beastmaster version that was released for Black Friday. But before I begin, I have a new sponsor, and this video is going to be brought to you by... Hi, were you recently banned from an online site? Did you say some shit you regret? Did you tell the truth, but those fuck-tarded mods banned you for it? Do you need to fight the dumbass board Nazis who stroke each other's egos, plus small peepees, in the online forums bubble you got banned from? Do you want your voice heard? Then contact us at Corey and Banzer Law Offices. We will fight for you and make sure we get you back online. You can call us at 1-800-FUCK-YOU-TAVERN. That is 1-800-FUCK-YOUTAVERN. Or you can visit us at KorribanGamingNoMoreBanzer.com. Alright, so I'm going to showcase the Infernal set, the new package. And then I'll kind of show off... I'll show off the stuff individually, and then I'll show off the... maybe some combos with it. But here's the armor, the Infernal Champion. Very good art. One of the best artworks that I've seen in a while. Here's the shield. Now your shield is going to be Poison Potence 20. I do think there's some buggy interactions with... because I've got a Poison Potence 10 here, and I don't even know what that's from. Let's see here. Let's go back to this. I guess the armor gives you Poison Potence 10. So with the shield and the armor, you have 30 points of Poison Potence. So it's not bad. And then you have the weapon here. It can toggle. Let's see if I can get it to toggle real quick. Here, let's do this real quick. Alright. So the ranged version is a bow. This is a full defensive armor, so a bow is going to be more... a better weapon in the ranged mode. I don't know why the magic weapon isn't a wand. This is the melee version. I think the magic version has the best looking art. And then so basically you got your 3 skills here. So let me turn these off. Alright, so basically if all your hits connect, you get 99 SP. I believe this has a negative BTH lean, but this is a free effect, so it's... let's see. Actually, it's paid for in less damage. This guy here gives you plus 50 charisma, and then your pets and the guests attacks will do the draining poison, which heals your hit points. It's 231 SP per turn, and then this right here will give your pet and guest celerity. So it's 157 for your... let's see, what does it say? Your pet. You get 148 for your guest. Your guest is cheaper than your pet because you already have a guest upkeep. And then you can do both, and that is 305. So you have 305 for this, and then 231 for this. So what's that? 536. So it's 536 SP to do all these effects. That's pretty heavy. The weapon itself is actually does less damage for another 196, and it does its own poison. It pays 196 SP plus half damage. So the poison from the weapon is actually extremely strong. In fact, it easily beats the effect that you're getting from the armor, which is giving your pet and guests its effects. The weapon itself, in fact, I'll just do this guy here. So as you will be able to see, the weapon 49 and 45 damage. It's not much. But you have a 5 power poison. So let's just do this. This will be more power. So now we're at 7.97. So we're now at 456. So after just 2 rounds versus 100%, that's 456 hit point heal. It's very, very, very good. The weapon is, to me, the weapon's the best part of the set. And then because it's 2 rounds, it's actually growing in power every single turn. I think the poison damage is being enhanced by the 125% Elevon here. But as you can see, it's just growing, and I personally think that the weapon is fantastic if you're trying to heal yourself, and especially if you're using pets and guests to focus on your damage. You're not going to get much out of your weapon, but you're going to be able to heal pretty well. Now, for the actual entire set here, now there is a full set bonus. They claim that your heal resistance is increased in the full set, which means that your heals, which is including what you're getting here, is increased. It's not shown anywhere, and it's not in the info subs, but it does exist apparently. So I want you to see this SP. This is the biggest downside of the armor. So I have 1470 SP. And I don't have my pets and guests here, but I guess it didn't do the entire SP here because there was no guests there. Also, the armor will do 1 free celerity per turn, not per turn, per battle. And so it's kind of like the Bunbarian, and there was a newer armor, I guess the Academy armor. Both have it. In testing with the Bunbarian and Academy armor, they do have some weird stacking interactions. I have not tested yet with this. Alright, so here what I'm going to do, now that I've got... So, in fact, I just learned that if you don't have your pet and guest out, it's not going to eat your SP. So we've got 1404. So now we're down to 1073. So using these guys, as long as they land, it seems to be able to heal enough SP to make it maybe pay for itself. There's no Elevons or anything here. And then we also have up to a 1593 power. This is going to do quite a bit of healing. So I'm just going to eat my hit points here with the Essence Orb and just see what kind of heal we get here. So now down to 13 in 2 rounds, 15, 16, 9, 2. So as you can see, there's the free celerity once per battle. So I just did 1,000 poison. So if you can maintain your SP, which is very difficult because it costs so much SP, you can get some extremely potent heals. I mean, we're up to a power 25 and it's still showing 100% of damage. Your damage here is not going to be very good, but it's going to be in your poison and in your pets and guests. 800 that time. As you can see though, using 2 SP healers, I'm not able to keep up. Would need some, maybe some Elevons here. let's start this battle over and see if some Tropo Shield Elevons will help here. Alright, so I'm going to go full heal. Keep in mind, this is with Optical Misc, so I'm trying to get the best out of it. This toggle will turn off if you run out of SP, as well as the weapon. Alright, let's see what happens here. You may need Tropo Shield Elevons to get caught up here. I'm still down to 473. Gonna need some Lucky Strike help here. So, as you can see here, even celerity using these guys, it is tough to keep up. Alright, so let's try this method. So what I'm going to do is the SP heal mode here, and then maybe we'll try Jelly Pet here. Let's see what we get with this. It is nice that you can stay healed up as long as the monster's not blowing you up. Oh, there's damage caps. Alright, let's see what we got here. This method seems to be better than using the Void Pets for healing your SP. Alright, so we got 675. So I'm already full healed. So I'm thinking using the Void Pets with this set is actually not as good. And then if you use the Vampire Bat Swarm on the SP heal mode, as you can see, I'm back up to 1470 every single time. In testing, I feel like that is actually the best setup that I've come across. Another way you could go is actually going this route. So what you're going to do is you're going to count on Elevons to bug out, and then use Essence Orb so to create a heal loop. And I'll show you right here. Another thing you can do, a lot of people don't use Shadow Feeder for the SP heal that converts MP to SP every turn, but that is something that you can do. I wanted to point out that Silas Pet's Elevons bug out. Not only does it bug out and increases zone damage, but it bugs out your spell and attack damage as well. And so it will actually bug out the fire-based poison heal here, the damage, and I'll demonstrate that right now. Let me just make sure that these didn't turn off, which I don't think they did. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to eat a shit ton of SP because I'm not healing SP now. I'm just doing Elevons. So we're going to see some weird Elevons here. And then as you can see, after one round, that's 1242 poison. It's because Silas is a dual Elevon. As you can see here, it's we've got 150% from the Vampire Bat Swarm, of fire and energy, and then Silas on top there's 167.2 to fire and darkness. So we have the 150 and the 167. If they were a single element, let's say they were both fire, they would stack normally, but something bugs out with this setup, and so you have drastically higher heals. So what you're able to do then is just take Essence Orb and just go full again. And most likely what will happen is I'll just full heal. I'll just do this. So this is going to increase the poison. Then we'll have some celerity turns here. And then let's see what this increases to, 1500. The full heal. And it's just a loop. I personally think this is, if you want to go for damage, this is probably the best way. Then if you use this guy on SB heal mode with Jelly Pet. You could also throw in this guy. Again, it's just heal loops, so it's not a big deal to use some more SP. Again, because this is 2 turns, so you're going to go twice, and you'll see this damage go crazy. Probably 3,500, because these Elevons are bugging each other out. So that was a 3,500 damage, which meant a 3,500 heal. I could have had 1 hit point and would have full healed me right now. I'll do one more. So on this one, I'll try to do this guy every time. Let's do this every time. So because I'm doing these extra steps using my SP, I'm going to eat my hit points up a little quicker. And then I'll just go twice, which will, you know, the poison on the weapon's actually the strongest part of the whole thing. This should be in the 18s, I think, almost. So we already have 2,500 poison damage because of the Elevons bugging out. So I have no SP, so I can't do it again, but that's fine. If you remember with Elevons, if it lists it and it says 0 turns, it's still there. So this is going to basically start over. Except here, the War Power Bat Swarm is going to bug this out. Once again, we're going to do Shadow Feeder, and then so I'm down to 1383 hit points there. But what you're going to see, actually, you're going to see the damage from Silas be crazy. It might even kill the monster because of the Elevon bugs. But if the poison does go off, we may see 5, 6, 7,000. Let's just see what happens. I'm a little bit worried about this. Yeah, 32, 33. Yeah, so Silas has prevented it. I think the poison would have been like 5 or 6,000. So, anyway, that's the set in a nutshell. It is going to eat your SP. In order to continue to grow the power of the poison, you will need to be able to regenerate your SP, either through the heal loop I just showed with Silas and the War Power Bat Swarm, or again, you can just use the Jelly Pet. On the SP mode, you're going to need to switch this guy. This is going to be the best SP healing option for your guests, even over the Void Guest. The Void Guest is actually not very good for healing SP because it's charging SP and then it's trying to make up for it. It's actually not very good. And then using Tropo Shield, it's going to bug this heal out, so you're going to need to use Tropo Shield. So we've got 1404. And then this should easily be able to get you back to full with the combination of the lucky strikes. So you'll be able to maintain with this specific setup, and then you'll be able to stay fully healed most of the time. One thing about heal resistance is heals from stuff like this does get better with increased heal resistance. Even your SP regen with no help will also do it. So this is self-sustainable, provided all the hits land. I am a lucky beast mage. So as you can see, I'm still getting up to around 1,000 poison damage. Most of that's from the weapon. Again, we're part Bat Swarm on SP heal mode and Jelly Pet with Tropo Shield. Should get you some repetitive heals, and then probably kill the monster here close, and then we'll finish it off. So there's the set. If you don't have the ability to heal your SP, it's going to be difficult to use. Honestly, I would not recommend getting it if you're going to have trouble healing your SP. To me, it's only worth it if you can continuously stack the effect. If you can't continuously stack the effect, somehow it may be prohibitive to use. You could get it, and maybe one day they'll release something and you'll be able to find a way, and that's always a possibility. But I think the weapon is, I'm not saying the weapon is worth the $100 price tag, but the weapon is extremely good. The poison side of it, paying 196 SP plus half damage to basically double what would normally be the poison effect, and you can use it with anything and get heals out of it. It's the idea on the beast build is you're not really trying to get a lot of damage out of the armor. You're basing all your damage on your pets and guests. It would be worthwhile. It'd be kind of like using like the Lost Talon weapons, but this is a more powerful poison. So very, very good weapon. The set overall, again, very SP intensive to use, but at the end of the day, if you can manage it through a couple ways I just showed, it might be worth it. If you can't, it might not be worth it to get it. And that's it.